As Kenya strides beyond its 60th anniversary as an independent nation, its rapidly growing urban cosmopolitan cities sometimes mask its rich cultural diversity. Yet, when you venture farther out, you meet men and women across the breadth of the nation who make it their life's work to intimately guard this precious gem that is our culture. Working closely with the National Museums of Kenya and registered under the Department of Culture within the Ministry of Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage, these groups are bonded together by a myriad of causes.
Kujifundisha tu vitu kidogo kidogo kwa group. Kama table bangi na siku ya guna pesa. Tunatoa kidogo kidogo. Alafu tunaenda gawanya kwa meza, wengine wanachukua, wengine wanapaki.
Some are bonded together by common business interests.
Jokinda Women Group is registered as a self-help group by the Gender and Social Services Department. We make hats that traditionally are called legisa. We make ornaments, the general ornaments of the Luo as a community. We make sisal skirts called owalo in the Luo. And we make musical instruments and traditional tools that were used by the Luo as a community.
And others inspired by broader challenges within their communities.
Tukaendea koko ambaye ni mzee sana kwa hapa. Tukauliza tulikuwa navaa nguo gani ya tugen na ilikuwa na shono namna gani. Sasa akatuonyesha sema brown na dark brown. Kwa sababu kulikuwa na mchanga ingine brown inawekwa nguo. Hiyo ni ya brown na hii inaweka kasta. Wanatengeneza mbegu ya kasta. Alafu saa ile wamekaranga kwa black wanaweka kama hii. Sasa hii ndio hiyo ya kasta sasa. Tukaanzisha hiyo ili watu wajue, watoto wetu wajue kalja ya tugen walikuwa na shona namna gani.
Sasa ingeko tunafanya kazi mingi. Mambo ya peace, mambo ya early forced marriages, tukitarget education kwa watoto wetu. Kwanza watoto pokoto wasichana walikuwa hawezi soma, watapeleka kijana lakini msichana hawezi. Lakini kupitia wakati huu wasichana ndio wamesoma sana. Kupitia hata hii kikundi ya Sengeko.
Different paths that yielded these passionate ambassadors of our art and culture, translating their passion into decent economic returns, is however a major obstacle in the Kenyan cultural and creative industry.
Changamoto ni kuhusu pesa, yani capital. Wamama wanashona hata paka mtu unasimama, but the capital to get the beads no money. Inafika hapo hakuna. Naona wanaitwa pengine kuimba hiyo kidogo ni transport. Just only transport iwezi kuwasaidia kwenda kununua the beads.
Some of the challenges that the group faces, one is on preservation of the artifacts that we've made. And another one is like we use a lot of skin from cows and goats. And this skin needs processing. So we have challenge in getting the chemicals and even the actual knowledge that can help us to come up with refined kind of skin that is palatable in the current generation. And then, of course, the chemicals that can reduce the smell or the stink of the skin.
The National Museums of Kenya, as our country's cultural custodian, understands these challenges. It has long-standing relationships with their industry through its collaboration with cultural groups across its 38 museums, sites and monuments, and World Heritage Sites nationwide.
This category of cultural and creative industries, they get neglected by the mainstream funding agencies. Ordinarily, culture is a devolved function, but often county government lack capacity to do this sort of training. And because National Museums of Kenya has long period of dealing with this category of groups, we felt that it was the right organization to champion the support of cultural and creative industries.
In support of Kenya's cultural creative industry, the museum has partnered with Heva Fund, an international non-governmental organization, for the Uzinduzi project.
The idea of Uzinduzi was to transform these organizations into business enterprises by giving them the requisite training they need in terms of marketing their products, give them ideas around contracts and how they can negotiate their contracts, and also product diversification and ways of managing their businesses.
The first step after receiving funding was sensitization to educate participants about the project. Next came a real game changer as laptops were procured for the organizations.
Hii project inasaidia kikundi kwa mambo matatu. Ya kwanza ni kuwasaidia wawe na njia ya kuingia kwa mtandao, kujimarket online. Siku hizi vitu ni kwa mtandao, si ndio? Ni digital. So watasaidiwa na laptop ya kuingia kwa mtandao. Wakitengeneza wimbo ama wakitengeneza hizi sanga yenye manini, wanapiga picha, wanarecord, alafu wanaweka kwa mtandao, mtu anaweza nunua hata akiwa USA.
This laptop has come in so handy because we are able to now network. We are able to now do our activities. We are able to do reports. I'm able to use the Wi-Fi that we are given at the museum to be able to reach out. And now we are beginning to reach out for funding. We are able to connect with other organizations. We are able to connect to the funding institutions like the heritage management organizations and all that. And it is through Uzinduzi project.
We had gotten the laptop. That one is good for us as content creators. When we are singing, when we are dancing, we can create content and post them on the social media, where our marketing is going to be broadened, and at the same time we are going to get viewership that will eventually turn into cash.
At the end of this project, these groups are going to have enhanced capacity in terms of their abilities to market their products using diversified sources, whether they're using online, social media platform.
So far so good. Tumefungua TikTok, tumefungua Facebook, tumefungua Twitter, tumefungua Instagram na tumefungua YouTube. Bado tunaendelea.
Tumejua maneno ya TikTok, tumejua maneno ya WhatsApp, tumejua maneno ya Facebook. Kwanza leo tunafuatilia hiyo maneno kabisa kwa sababu tunafurahia maneno ambayo ametuletea siku ya leo. Kwa sababu biashara yetu vile tulikuwa tunafanya hapa. Tunafanya tu hapa, labda tunazunguka hapa, kuna mahali ambayo tunapeleka hata kwa soko kwa mahali popote.
Digital marketing is just the tip of the iceberg. From West Pokot to Turkana, Busia, Trans Nzoia, Baringo, Migori, Siaya and Kisumu, the groups were also trained in broader aspects of marketing communications.
Mweke posta yenyu na mseme we offer cultural performances. We sell this kind of ushanga, vitu kama hivyo, si ndio? Na mkiandika hizo vitu kwa hiyo posta, ni nini haifai ikose hapo? So nimekuta mahali imeandikwa na Petao Cultural Group. Nikitaka kuwajua wako wapi, nitajua aje?
Bookkeeping.
Pesa imeingia kutoka wapi? Kama ni mauzo, kama ni performance, ana specify kenye inaleta pesa kwa group. Alafu hapa mwisho,
you are sure with your operation when you keep the books the right way. It will also help you to plan your items, also to know your status financially, plus the activities that you are doing. It's a very, very great area for us.
Budget making.
Unachotaka kununua, pia unaangalia dhamana, the value. Usiende tu kununua beads kwa sababu iko cheap. Unaangalia hii beads nikinunua, nikienda kutarget customer wangu anayeitwa Faith, ataifurahia? Ama atasema mimi sitaki hii, nataka ya juu?
Professional engagement and contracting.
Is work that comes once in a while, but you have to decide if you want to be in the kind of contract. So like in Nairobi, some of my clients work with multinationals, and what multinationals do is that they tell you that this is the maximum amount you are going to pay for X service. So they make you sign onto a contract that determines what the price for everything for 2 years is going to be.
We learned about the creation of a contract and how to go about it without being breached by those who are giving us job opportunities with them.
Now I know how you can go about it so that you own it. So in terms of ownership of content creation, if I create my item, I know how to create its ownership legally.
We need to be aware of the documents and get to know the document up to the end, because most of us sometimes get cheated, and if we don't turn it over up to the end, we sign a document that sometimes costs us a lot.
Mnajiuliza, hiyo inakuwa kabla hata mwanze kuongea na hiyo the other party, mnajiuliza katika haya maongezi, interest zetu zinafaa kuwa gani? What are our interests?
We need to sign what we know, to be informed before we sign the document. By reading through up to the end and maybe contacting those who are better informed so that we have the full knowledge of the document before we sign it.
The project seeks to expand their skills, to promote their products through various channels such as online platforms and social media, assist them in creating and recognizing the value of always working with professional contracts, and also help them build organized management structures.
Tumepata kila kitu, tutawasaenda kwa FM, tutawasaenda kwa hii ni radio yetu ya Kisha. Tutatangaza hii biashara yetu kila mahali. Kwanza leo, hatukuwa najua. Tunashona vitu yetu, tunazungukia hapa leo, hakuna market yote ambayo tunapeleka. Tumejua kwanza leo, tutafika hata Nairobi na hii shanga yetu ambayo tunashona.
The groups not only received training, but also were given material support to boost their production capabilities, empowering them to create and achieve more.
This initial idea was for groups to receive money in support of their activities, but later this we realized was not going to be feasible. So instead, we resorted to procuring raw materials to help them undertake their activities.
The materials given to us by Uzinduzi project is going to be very important to us and very instrumental. One, we'll be able to purchase, to get the materials that we require in order to mass produce. We will be able to engage group members to be busy in terms of production and also the quality of products, because we are getting quality materials, we'll also be able to give quality products.
Ulijawana nunono Enyanga ya maguwa Pazoleli Payakala mungo kwe basya Mwana umugana Palika bamukubye nga bubi Enyanga ya maguwa bazalenye Ejanda mero mera bazali Ukamangale Kukababolanga Palikuyukuyupa Pana bababa.
While still in its infancy, the Uzinduzi project's warm reception from group members hints at its transformative prowess. This aligns with the government's bottom-up economic agenda, championing growth at the micro level.
Asante sana.
Ever Fund for the workshop, which has expanded our knowledge so that we now know where we are. Thank you so much.
I want to thank the organizers for using the Ever Fund to bring us to the level that we are today.
Tunashukuru Uzinduzi kwa sababu ametukumbuka na ametuletea hiyo vitu tutakuja kusiona kwa group na tunasema asante sana.
Asante kwa Uzinduzi na Ever Fund. Kwa vile kama wameweza kututambua hapa West Pokot na kutusaidia, tunashukuru sana.
Project wa Uzinduzi na washukuru sana venye mumekuja nikapata maneno mazuri yenye naenda kufanya.
Tumeshukuru sana kwa sababu unajua saa hii ushanga imekuwa kali sana, hata kununua na kwa ngumu. Lakini kama umepata mtu amekudhamini na kupea hivyo, tunasema ni asante sana na tutafanya kazi kwa bidii mpaka hata waone hao kweli walikuwa wanahitaji na ni watu wa kutaka kuenda mbele.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Ever Fund for that particular project. How I wish that it be something that is always there almost annually or rather each and every term so that other people, even apart from us, other people can as well get them.
Juma Ondeng, who has worked with this group since 2016 when he worked as a curator in the National Museum's Western region, sees this as a positive start with plenty of room to do more.
Uzinduzi is a beginning. It's not going to be an end. So going forward, we'll be thinking about how to accelerate this process so that these groups become fully functional business entities and not just entertainment groups.